New York Mets baseball player Jose Reyes. Now, he's in a crazy child support battle at this time. And when I read this story, I said, oh, man, we have to definitely talk about this on this channel because this is beyond crazy. Now, Jose Reyes is a high-paid Major League Baseball player. He's supposed to make $22.5 million this season alone. Now, he had a relationship with his child mother at the time period. And we'll show a picture of the mother and the daughter that she's fighting about here in court. Now, he's paying $11,000 a month in child support that he chose to pay on his own at the time period. Now, she was fooling with him. He started to meet his wife, in which we'll put a picture up of the wife and the kids. So you can see the wife, him, and the kids. Now, when she found out originally about the wife, she was upset. She broke things off with him. Now, the problem I have with this is more so with him in some of the instances, and then we'll get back to that trifling baby mama. He should have cut that mess off the moment he got involved with the wife. He shouldn't have kept fooling with both of them, but that's what he was doing. And the little girl was born 7 months after he was married to the wife. Talking about the one she's fighting for child support, named Leah, actually. Now, he still kept fooling with the baby mama while he was being married to the wife. This baby mama here that you saw, she's extremely trifling. She wants to always post everything on social media. Everything that she do, say, or whatever in regards to that situation, she goes to social media with it. So when she goes to court, she wants child support from $11,000 a month to $41,000 a month. And do you know the reason why she wants $41,000 a month? Not that she's putting this baby in an expensive private school that will really give her a good, up in life, make her ahead or something like that. No, it's not about her education or something to that effect with the baby. She wants $41,000 a month because she had to put her singing career on hold to raise this child. Let that sink in for a minute. And I'll put the link in the description box. You guys can go read those exact words. She says that she wants the child support at $41,000 because she chose to stop her singing career. How many musicians out there have children that are mothers? Plenty out there. But yet she says she had to stop because she's a single mother and she deserves $41,000 a month. How does that even come in the courthouse? How? Now, I'll post a picture of her in the studio. Well, if you're in the studio, ma'am, that's not stopping your singing career. So that picture of itself, or you being in the studio, should show that you didn't stop doing anything. You're using this as an excuse. Now, when they went back to court, this woman even so much so had an outburst in court to the point the judge put her out. Now, why she wasn't held in contempt for screaming and making a scene in the court. But anyway, judge put her out. They don't give her health insurance for the child through Major League Baseball. But do you really need health insurance when you're getting $11,000 a month in child support? Like, do you really think you need that? I mean, you can kind of pay everything for a price, right? You can't say you're spending your money on the child. Now we're getting $11,000 a month child support. Come on. I mean, that's a bit much, don't you think? I mean, the fact is, this her whole thing. I'm telling you the whole thing. She's still mad that he married the woman that we showed you earlier, and he had the kids with that woman. That's what she's mad about because she feel it was her. So she's going to try to use the court system and use that baby to cause problems because she's mad saying he didn't seen the baby since 2015. But I can really tell you the way she's acting and all of the stuff she's putting out on social media, so much so that his attorneys was asking the judge to put a gag order on her so she could stop all that crap going on social media. Every single time something happening, she's telling stuff on social media. Like, really? Why would you do that? That's stupid. You're getting what you want to a point, so what are you mad about? Why you keep doing that? You just basically trying to embarrass this man. And for what? Now think about your child at the end of the day. So he ain't seen the child since 2015, but yet he's sending his payments of $11,000, but yet he ain't seen the child. Usually when men get to a point that's they're not going to see the child, but yet this man's willingly paying you this, it's probably because she had too much drama. She was messing with him, saying stuff to him, going off on him, and giving him a headache. So much so where some men just say, you know what, I can't deal with it. Because let me tell you something. Some women are like a drill, drilling in your head, or the worst noise that you could ever hear, and it screeching nails on a chalkboard or whatever. That's how some women could be when they still want to be with you and pissed off that you got the better woman. And see, this is what some women don't understand about men. Stop listening to women talk about men and how we feel. Listen to men and how we feel. We'll tell you about different things. There are some women that you will never marry because we see as a quality in you that we just not gonna marry. Then there's some women that you can see automatically and say, she's wife material, I would like to marry her. Just as much as women know if they want to fool with you or not the moment they meet you, it's just as much as men know what time, okay, this woman's wife material, this woman's not. It's just that simple. The other woman was right, wife material to him, even though he still was doing some dirt all the way around. Still, he thought of her more as the wife. Now, this guy has had his problems, don't get me wrong. He was also accused one time of domestic violence against his wife, but she dropped the charges. He haven't done it again, never heard anything else about it. But what I'm saying, why it goes back to him, fellas, at the end of the day, we need to learn to cut off relationships. If you're going to mess with another woman, cut off the last one. Don't keep fooling with her in no way, shape, or form. We need to think with our head on our shoulders, not the head in our pants, fellas, because the head in our pants will get us in a lot of trouble. The head in our pants will have us paying $11,000 and now a female asking for $41,000. Don't sit up there and get influenced by a woman's look and everything else. At the end of the day, you don't pay that $11,000 or whatever money you got, then folks will put you in jail. And some of that stuff can be prevented. If he would have shut the situation off with that woman when he met his wife, he would be in this problem right now. He'd just deal with his wife and his 4 children that he have. I mean, good looking family that we seen there. He wouldn't have these problems. And that's why I try to tell fellas, the system is not made for you. It's only going to be made for them. So they can make mistakes. You can't. So since you can't, you need to think a little bit better and say, look, I'm not about to sit up here and make no children. I tell men this just as much as I tell women. If that woman not worth your last name, men, she's not worth having a child with. And if you would actually think like that, it will stop you from making babies. It will stop you from getting caught up with child support and all this other stuff. Just think that way. If you're not going to marry this woman, don't make a child with her. It will save you so much time and money. And also at the same time, it's a lot of men out there in general who don't even have kids. I know a lot of brothers who don't have kids. So it's not a lot of men out there that's doing that. It's just a few. But I'm just trying to put this out there for those of you who don't have children. Or let's say if you do have a child, but you don't want to make that mistake again. Well, look, just look at this guy. Now, they may not charge you $41,000 a month in child support, possibly, because he had to go back to court in August. But most of us not making $22.5 million this year. But some of you may be making decent money on your job for a middle-class person or middle-class guy, right? And you don't want, $1,000+ coming out your check a month or $2,000. Because I sat in child support court one time when I was going through custody, and I heard a guy having to pay $2,000 a month in child support. But this guy was making $90 an hour, and it was a brother at that. So yes, brothers out here making that money. So my thing is, just watch it, fellas. Watch it. Don't be making kids no matter what. Don't make kids with these women. Protect yourself. Wrap it up. Do everything you have to do, because when they get emotional like that, and when they get this vendetta against you, they will use any means necessary, and they will use the court as an agent of revenge and harm to you as a man. I'm telling you that. The worst thing you can have is a woman that's upset that she didn't get chosen, and upset that she feels the other woman got what she felt she should have had, and that the other woman got a better life, got everything so much better than her. It takes her years or her eventually getting a man possibly to get rid of that. So I'm just telling you guys, just be careful out there in all your dealings with women, dating. Don't be cheating. Stay in one relationship. That's the only thing I'm trying to tell you guys. It doesn't really add up at the end of the day. And it's going to be more headache for you and get more gray hairs put in your head. But fellas, let me know what you think about this particular story. You know, I'll leave the link in the description box. You can go back and read it yourself and see everything that I was talking about. Because in this story, I mean, this is just a cautionary tale that we're doing today in this particular news story. Share the video, like the commentary, subscribe for my news stories.